Welcome back. In this video, we will go over some of the thigh and the leg muscles. This right here is the thigh, whereas this right here is the leg. This right here is the medial aspect of the lower extremity. You can see that's the sacrum, whereas this is the lateral aspect of the lower extremity. Starting with the first muscle right here, this is the psoas major muscle. This muscle, which is on the ilium, this is the iliacus muscle. The ilium is one of the three bones that form the hip bone. Right here, we can see the sartorius muscle, which runs diagonally. Medially, we can see the adductor longus muscle. Further medially, we can see the gracilis muscle. This is the pubic bone, which is also medially. And this right here is the adductor magnus muscle. So that is the adductor magnus muscle. That is the gracilis muscle medially. That is the adductor longus muscle. And this right here is the sartorius muscle. Moving to the anterior aspect of the thigh, this is the vastus medialis muscle, transmedially. This is the rectus femoris muscle. Laterally, this is the vastus lateralis muscle. So the vastus lateralis, along with the rectus femoris, and the vastus medialis with the vastus intermedius muscle, which is right under the rectus femoris muscle, these four, they form the quadriceps femoris muscle. Moving laterally, right here, we can see the tensor fascia lata muscle. This is the vastus lateralis on the side. Now let's move posteriorly. Posteriorly first, we can see the gluteus maximus muscle. That is the gluteus maximus muscle. Right underneath it, we have the gluteus medius muscle. Moving to the posterior aspect of the thigh. So this right here is the medial aspect, and this is the lateral aspect. That is the sacrum, so you can see the medial aspect. That is the posterior aspect, and that is the lateral aspect. Differentiating the medial versus the lateral aspect will help you identify the biceps femoris muscle, which runs toward the lateral aspect. Whereas medially, right here, you have two muscles. This is the semitendinosus muscle, and this is the semimembranosus muscle, right under the semitendinosus. The semimembranosus with the semitendinosus and the biceps femoris muscle, they form the hamstrings muscles. We can also see right here, that is medially. So this is the adductor magnus muscle. That is the gracilis muscle right here. You can see part of the sartorius muscle. Moving to the muscles on the leg, this right here is the anterior aspect. Medial aspect is right here toward the big toe, and the lateral aspect is toward the little toe. You can see part of the fibula, which is the bone on that lateral aspect of the leg. So fibula, it ends with an LA. It is the lateral bone on the leg. Whereas the tibia, which is this bone right here, is the medial bone in the leg. So that is the tibia. This muscle right here is the tibialis anterior muscle. Next to the tibialis anterior muscle, we have the extensor digitorum longus muscle. So that is the extensor digitorum. It extends the digits, the toes. So if you follow the tendon, you can see the tendon is attached to the phalanges. Moving to the side right here, on the side, as we mentioned earlier, we have the fibula, which is the lateral bone in the leg. You can see the lateral malleolus right here. Therefore, these two muscles, they have the word fibularis in them. This is the fibularis longus muscle, whereas this right here is the fibularis brevis muscle. Brevis means short. So right here, you can see the fibularis longus muscle, whereas this right here is the fibularis brevis muscle, right underneath it. Moving posteriorly, right here, we can see the gastrocnemius muscle. It has two bellies. This is the medial belly of the gastrocnemius muscle. That is the lateral belly of the gastrocnemius muscle. This is right here is the achilles tendon, which is attached to the calcaneus, which is the bone right here that forms the heel. Moving to the soleus muscle, we can see the soleus muscle right under the gastrocnemius muscle. This muscle right here. If we take the gastrocnemius out, we can see this muscle is the soleus muscle. So that is the soleus muscle. I hope you found the video helpful. Hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing content.